Hello and welcome to Rathod's IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 28th November 2023. So before getting started, we are going to see PDF of Delhi edition of Hindu, and we are going to pick out the important articles which are relevant from our examination point of view. And after that, we are going to see the perspectives, like in how many dimensions we can think about that topic. Okay, so that dimensions will be helpful for developing of thought process. So this thought process is very important for UPSC aspirant, and many students they are not understanding like how to read newspaper and how to connect this dynamic with our static syllabus. That we are going to learn through this video series of daily news analysis. So if you are watching daily, so watch this analysis daily so that you will be getting lot of important points, and it is my 100% assurance that you are going to learn how to read Hindu newspaper for sure. Okay, so let us see the first topic. So this is the front page. So and most of the articles are political articles because of elections. So don't bother about this political news. So the first topic is EC stops Telangana farmer aid scheme. So actually if you are talking about farmer aid schemes, so we have both central government scheme and as well as state government scheme. Yes or no? If you are talking about central government scheme, we have PM Kisan. We have PM Kisan, which is central government scheme of providing assistance to farmers. So the same way here we have some states, they have their own schemes for farmers. The first one here is Raithu Bandhu. So Raithu Bandhu scheme, which is in state of Telangana. And next one here is in Odisha also we have this same type of scheme which is providing assistance to farmers. So I will tell you issue what is happening here. So under this Raithu Bandhu scheme of Telangana, it will be providing some financial aid to farmers. That is for every 6 months here the farmers they will be getting some amount of money based on how many acres of land they have. So for 1 acre they will be getting around 4,000 rupees. So what is the issue here is on November 30. On November 30 there are elections. Okay, on November 30 there are elections in this state of Telangana, and what did this present ruling government in Telangana did is, so around on 28th or 29th November, so they set a date to release this funds under this Raithu Bandhu scheme. So the same lines in the last elections also the same thing which did by this government, and again this government came into power. So whenever this type of incentives are given to the people, especially before election, means it will be violating model code of conduct. It will be violating model code of conduct, and even it is also affecting free and fair elections. So actually what happened here is even EC, Election Commission, which gave approval for release of this money, but suddenly what happened, so one of the party member he made some serious comments. Okay, like so you will be getting money into your accounts, and your mobiles will be ringing by the time you are taking the tea in the morning, and the next day go to polling centers and vote. Okay, so cast your vote to the favor of this so and so party. So in that way here one party member he made a statement. So because of this finally EC said that so this type of campaigning is violation of model code of conduct. So because of this it cancelled the permission to release funds to the present ruling party in state of Telangana. So here you have to focus on what is the scheme of Raithu Bandhu. So there may be the chance of getting question, and even you have to know about powers and functions. We have to know about powers and functions of election commission. So these are very important topic from our polity point of view and even from governance point of view. So this topic is important from your both prelims and as well as mains. And next topic is 7 Kashmiri students charged under UAPA for pro-Pak slogans during World Cup final. So here you have to focus on one keyword here. What is this Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, UAPA? Because there are many times this word UAPA is seen in use. So you may expect a prelims based question from this UAPA. So you need to be aware about some provisions of this UAPA. And recently we made amendment in year 2019. So what are the changes to this UAPA? So all these things are very important. So please adjust with my voice. So because of winter season, so there is some sore throat. And next topic here is rupees 30 lakh relief to kin of sanitation worker. So problem here is manual scavenging. So what is the problem? Manual scavenging. So removal of human excreta, or whenever there is drainage which had been blocked, means humans are clearing that. So because it is like inhumane work. So it is a inhumane work and even there is no proper sanitation. So because of this it will be causing severe health disorders. So because of this manual scavenging, sometimes what happens, there is release of gases in the drainage like methane. That will lead to suffocation. So because of this suffocation also, people who are entering into the drains, they will lose their life. So here actually Supreme Court banned this manual scavenging. And even there are many acts in our system, they will talk about prohibition of manual scavenging. But even though manual scavenging is going on and the death related this manual scavenging are also going on. So now what happened? High Court ordered Delhi government to increase compensation that to be given for this deaths of manual scavengers. So it is increased to 30 lakh. 30 lakh to the widow of sanitation worker who died during manual scavenging. So here you have to know about what is the meaning of manual scavenging. So why still manual scavenging is going on? So what are the laws or acts which are present regarding this manual scavenging? And what will be the impact of this manual scavenging? And even so what is the response of civil society? What is the response of civil society, government and people regarding this manual scavenging? Because recently we saw a number of cases of deaths of manual scavenging, not only in Delhi but even in Tamil Nadu like that. And even this is one example of caste-based discrimination. It is one example of caste-based discrimination. So you have to see from this area point of view as well. So these are very important. Okay. And you can move on to this states page. So most of the articles are political articles. So I left this. And here you can see one important article, that is monsoon mayhem in Shimla rings alarm bells, triggers call for course correction. So this article is talking about the Bias River. So because of heavy rainfall, so there is a change of course of Bias River. So you have to know where is this river Bias located and important tributaries and to which river it is tributary. So under which Himalayan river system it comes under. So all these things that you have to remember. So it is very important from your geography point of view. Yes, in this editorial page you can see this article. Okay, so this article is about development project like Chardham Development Pariyojana. So whenever we are going for developmental projects in this Himalayan region, so as you all know that Himalayan regions are not stable, they are unstable and they are tectonically active even today. So when we are going for this type of developmental projects, So we need to face some disaster which happened recently in this Uttarkasi region. So that is the thing. So here whenever we are going for development, so we have to focus on environment, and we need to go for proper environment impact assessment, so that only we will be knowing about what are the risks, what are the benefits, and based on that we can take an action. And next topic is the many grave risks confronting the world today. So this article is talking about, so what are the challenges we are facing in this 21st century. Okay, so first one is terrorism. Second one is in Indo-Pacific region. So there is a need of increase of security, and we are having trade wars, right? And even we are having improvements in science and technology, so that we are also having the issues of cyber attacks. And especially if we are talking about from economy point of view, because of this COVID-19, so there is recession in almost all economies, and even we are having the health problems in future, health issues in future. So all these things are discussed, and we are going to see one by one in detail. Don't worry. And next topic is, it's time to revamp the structure of the Supreme Court. So if we are talking about judiciary system, we have integrated and independent judiciary in our country. So we have topmost court in our country, that is called as Supreme Court, and in every state we have highest court, that is High Court, and we have subordinate courts at the low level, right? So if there is any case which filed here in the subordinate court, so if the judgment he is not satisfied, he can move to High Court, and later on he can move to Supreme Court. So this type of petition is called as appeal petition. So we are talking about Supreme Court of India, which has 3 jurisdictions under the Constitution. So one will be the original jurisdiction, second one is appellate jurisdiction, and third one is advisory jurisdiction. And here Supreme Court, which is mainly serving as constitutional court and as well as court of appeal. And here court will come up with different benches, like 3 benches or 5 bench or 11 bench or 13 bench. Okay, and it will be taking the issues or taking the petitions. So this article says that yes, we have to go for reforms in the structuring of our Supreme Court. So here 11th Law Commission, which stated in 1988 that dividing Supreme Court into parts would make justice more widely available and would significantly decrease the fees that litigants have to pay. So actually we have only one bench of Supreme Court. So this article says that we need to have some principal benches. For example, in western part, in central India, in the southern part, in northeastern part, like that. So that here people, they can have the access to justice more. Okay. And next one here is 229th Law Commission report recommended that we need 4 regional benches. So one can be at Delhi, second one is Chennai, Hyderabad and Kolkata, Mumbai, to hear non-constitutional cases. And even this law commission, which recommended that 6 judges from each region at 4 benches can take up appellate responsibility, with a constitutional bench in New Delhi working on regular basis. So that what happens, so what are the backlog of cases are there, so what are the pendency of cases are there, so that can be decreased to some extent. Okay, so all these things are some important things which mainly said. So why there is a need of reforms? Why? Because exactly what is the problem here is there is increased pendency of cases. There is increased pendency of cases, and even there is vacancies are also there. So because of this, what happened, the efficiency of court is decreasing, right? So to increase efficiency and to improve the trust between people and judiciary, yes, we have to go for setting up of regional branches, or else we can go for timely appointment of judges to this judiciary. So all these things are very important, and what is your opinion? Please let me know in the comment box. And next topic is not a panacea. So intra-community disparities lie behind Maratha demand for reservations. So here Maratha community, they are demanding for reservations. Okay, here you have to see like, so why again the demand for this Maratha reservation started recently. That is very important from your GS paper 2 under polity. And in this text and context, you can see this article, that is, can dollarization save an economy? Instead of using the currency, okay, instead of using our own currency, so we are using dollar, that's it. Okay, so recently Argentina want to replace its currency, that is peso, with dollar. Okay, so it want to replace peso with dollar. It is called as dollarization. So this article is important from your economy point of view, and we are going to see this in detail, and especially we have to focus on what is the meaning of dollarization. So what will be the positive impact and negative impact? In this news page also, most of them are political articles. Yes, in this page you can see there is data, that is lightning strikes kill 27 in Gujarat as rain battered state. So what happened because of unseasonal rainfalls now in Gujarat? Yes, because of this lightning, about 27 people they died. Okay, so here there is one proposal that we have to include this deaths regarding lightning under a natural disaster. But government has not been taken any steps till now. We have to wait and watch. Our next topic is the report urges center to address inequality, corruption in country. So a report called on performance of government, here prepared by a group of academicians and civil society organizations under banner, that is Vadana Todo Abhiyan. So they express that center which is having a very slow response in addressing equality and attacks on democracy. So here the government need to take proper steps. So this is the thing which mainly said here. And here you can see one more data, that is deaths. As deaths due to work related factors go up, ILO report urges countries to strengthen safety net. So what are the important reasons for this deaths regarding the work? So here there is long working hours. And next one is particulate matter, gases and fumes that causes injury to our respiratory system. And injuries, asbestos, silica, asthmagnus, UV radiation, diesel engine exhaust, arsenic and nickel. So these are the primary agents which are causing the deaths. So these are the 10 occupational risk factors and the number of attribute deaths. Okay, so longest one here is the long working hours. So because of this long working hours, so that is causing stress in the labor. So nearly 30 lakh workers die every year globally owing to work related accidents and diseases. So this is the thing which mainly said by a report of ILO, International Labour Organization. So out of this, more than 63% of deaths are recorded from Asia Pacific region. It is a tragedy now again. Okay, so this is about this thing, and you have to see like how can we decrease the deaths. What measures can be taken? So here you can see like Paul Lynch wins 2023 Booker Prize for Prophet Song. So go through this article once, and this will be important if you are preparing for other competitive examinations. In this business page you can see this article, that is EVs, electric vehicles, to account for 11 to 13% of new bus sales by 2025, says ICRA. In yesterday's article also we studied about fleet electrification, right? So we want our trucks or the vehicles that is used for transportation to be converted into electric vehicles from traditional diesel or petrol engines, right? So here this article says that this credit rating agency, it is having a prospect that so there will be increasing of this electric vehicles in this bus sales, that will be around 11 to 13%. So these are the very important article that appeared here in our today's Hindu newspaper. And now let us go back to our notes. So this is our notes of today's Hindu. So if you want to get the notes, you can download this notes in Telegram channel. Link is given in description box. So first topic, it is about Telangana Farmer Aid Scheme. So this article says that the Election Commission withdrew permission for Raithu Bandhu scheme. So this is a scheme of Telangana government. It is why? Because it cited that there is a violation of Model Code of Conduct. So because of violation of Model Code of Conduct, yes, here EC cancelled the permission to release this Raithu Bandhu funds to farmers. So if you see details, it says that under this Raithu Bandhu scheme, financial assistance is directly transferred to each farmer's account per season towards meeting the cost of inputs and other initial needs, and it will be around 4,000 rupees per 1 acre. So Raithu Bandhu is a scheme under which the state government extends financial support to land owing farmers at the beginning of the crop season through direct benefit transfer, so that they can take care of initial investments needs. For example, they can bring the seeds like that. Okay, but actually it used to be given 1 to 1.5 months before, but because of this elections it has been delayed, and they said that they are going to release these funds before 1 day of elections. So actually this in turn instills confidence in farmers, and even that will be helpful for increasing of productivity and income, and breaks the cycle of rural indebtedness. So for all these things, so this scheme is very, very useful. And since 2018, when the scheme was launched by the state government, so the government has been crediting rupees 5,000 per acre per season into bank accounts of land owing farmers ahead of Rabi and Kharif seasons. So actually my husband has 1 acre of land, but it is less than 1 acre, so he is getting like around 4,000 rupees per less than 1 acre. So actually the amount they are releasing here is 5,000 rupees per acre. Okay, so each farmer they are getting 5,000 rupees per acre per crop season without any ceiling on the number of acres they held. That means if they are having like 10 acres of land, they will be getting 50,000 rupees per season. Okay, per season. That means there are 2 seasons. So they will be getting around 1 lakh of rupees per year. So here the grant which helps them to cover expenses on input requirements such as seeds, fertilizers, pesticides and labor. So next topic, it is about UAPA, that is Unlawful Prevention Act. So Jammu and Kashmir Police has filed a case under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act against 7 Kashmiri students for allegedly raising pro-Pakistan slogans during the Cricket World Cup final. Okay, so because of this, yes, police they filed a case under this UAPA. So what is this UAPA? That is Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. So this Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, which passed in year 1967. So what is the important aim of this act? It is to prevent unlawful activities associations in India. And actually this act assigns absolute power, 100% of power to central government. Okay, like if they deem which activity is unlawful, they can include that activity. So the power which is given with central government, and they can declare through an official gazette. So under this UAPA, both Indian and as well as foreign nationals, they can be charged. So this is very important. So it will be applicable for both Indians and as well as foreign nationals. And will be applicable to offenders in the same manner even if crime is committed on a foreign land or outside India. So if they are committing crime in India or even outside India, so it is applicable. So under this UAPA, the investigating agency, they can file a charge sheet in maximum of 180 days after the arrest. So after the arrest, within this 180 days, so we can charge a file. Okay, so this duration can be extended after intimating the court. So after telling the court, they can also increase this 180 days of time. So recently we came up with amendment to this UAPA in 2019, and we came up with some changes. So this act which empowers DG of National Investigation Agency, that is NIA, to grant approval for seizure or attachment of property when case is investigated by said agency. So when case is investigated by said agency, they can go for approval or seizure of attachment of property regarding that so and so individual. And this act also empowers the officers of NIA of the rank of inspector or above to investigate case of terrorism. So they will investigate the case of terrorism in addition to those who are conducted by DSP or ACP or above rank officer in the state. And this one is also included the provision of designating an individual as a terrorist. So they can designate an individual as a terrorist. And the next topic it is about what are the challenges that we are facing in this 21st century. So this article which talked about terrorism, technology based issues and health problems and even climate change. So those are the 21st century challenges that we are facing now in this present society. So if we're talking about these problems of 20th century, so we have liberal democracy conference. So actually there are many a times we have terrorist attacks. For example, we have Al-Qaeda, right? So Al-Qaeda which attacked the Twin Towers in New York. Okay, so from that time onwards, terrorism gained a new dimension. And this one is few years later, we saw there is rise of Islamic State, IS, and which even talked of establishment of their own state. And in the meanwhile here, there were many outfits came into existence like Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba, JEM, etc. And they are responsible for carrying out number of attacks, okay, in India. And next one here is even in Africa we have one terror organization, that is Boko Haram. And now what happened in Israel? Hamas. So Hamas or its attack in this Israel, it is a Pakistan-based terror outfit, right? So because of this, we can say there is a huge evolution of terrorism is seeing in our present condition. And if you're talking about in this Indo-Pacific region, so you can see that there is increased assertiveness or exploitation or increased aggressive expansion of this China in this Indo-Pacific region. So it is very uneasy situation in Indo-Pacific region that contains even greater potential for a wide-ranging conflict now. So especially US and China, they are directly having the conflict, and the West is merely intent to replicate the tactics it employed in Ukraine to time Russia's advance. And what happened in the Russia-Ukraine conflict is happening, so it is also having impact. And even what happens, so there is fundamental difference which exists between Europe and as well as other countries which are sharing boundary with this Indo-Pacific region. And actually there is a power shift which is happening from west towards east. So this is also an important challenge. And next important thing here is about technology. Okay, so now what happened because of increasing of artificial intelligence and because of advancements in science and technology, that is leading to development day by day, that is also having the cost, that is also leading to the cyber attacks. As growing number of people here cognitively and psychologically, so now these people they became dependent on digital networks. Okay, so because of using of these digital networks and digital platforms, yes, there is a high threat of what? Cyber attacks day by day. And because of this generative artificial intelligence, then there is a real game, it is like a real game changer. It can predict that the situation could become even more critical in the near future because of using of this generative artificial intelligence. And because of using of artificial intelligence, especially in the fields like military sector and security purpose, so it is also one of the utmost important concern because there may be the dangers that are immense here because of adversarial attacks. So I think you might have watched this movie of Robo. So Robo 1. So in that movie here, so because of inserting of red chip, so the entire nature of Robo will be get changed. So in this way here, these robots can be easily manipulated. And in the cyber domain here, cyber threat again poses a serious security threats. The world, which is already aware of threats, For example, ransomware and as well as phishing, and also the 0-day syndrome. But there is much more to come. So if you see further, digital trackers, they logged more than 5.5 trillion cyber attacks worldwide in 2021. So digital trackers, they logged more than 5.5 trillion cyber attacks worldwide in 2021. That means around 14.5 billion attacks per day. And you can understand how large scale it is. And since then, the scale of attacks has been increasing in geometrical progression. Okay, that means 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Okay, like that. Yes, this attacks which had been increasing in this geometric progression. So another domain of global risk is health. So because of this COVID-19 pandemic which entered into our lives, yes, we understand that our health system is not resilient. We are having some loopholes in our healthcare infrastructure in the country. So we have to well manage our healthcare sector, because in future also we can expect more such type of incidents. So for that we need to be ready. And next topic is not a panacea. So this article is talking about Marathas' demand for reservations. So here you have to know who are these Marathas. So why again the Maratha reservation had been started. So recently in Maharashtra there was the demand for reservations in education system and even government jobs by this Maratha community. Again there is rise of agitation against this Maratha reservation. So if you are talking about history and as well as status of this Maratha reservation demand, so Marathas, they are the group of caste, and normally the people like peasants. Peasants means nothing but farmers and landowners. Among other, they are constituting nearly 33% of state population. So they are about 33% of state population, and most of them are peasants and as well as landowners. So while most Marathas are Marathi speaking, and not all Marathi speaking people, they belong into this Maratha community. So only the people who are speaking Maratha means they will not come in this Maratha community. Okay. So Marathas, they will speak Marathi, and besides this Marathi, they will be also speaking other languages. And historically, they have been identified as a warrior caste because they are having large land holdings. And however, over years, because of some factors like land fragmentation because of agrarian distress, unemployment and lack of education opportunities, many Marathas, they have faced social and economic backwardness. So because of all these things, Marathas, they face social and as well as economic backwardness. So this community now still it plays a very important role in rural economy, because these people, they belong to primary sector. So therefore now these people, they again started demanding reservation in government jobs and as well as in education institutions under the category of socially and educationally backward class. And what is a recent amendment, okay, that we came up in 2018, that is 102nd Amendment Act. So it introduced articles like 338B and 342A, 338B and 342A in the Constitution. Article 338B deals with the newly established National Commission for Backward Class. So it is a constitutional body, because this article which talks about this National Commission for Backward Class. So Article 342A, which empowers President to specify socially and educationally backward communities in the state. So who have the power? That is President of India. And even this article says that it is for the Parliament to include community in the central list for socially and educationally backward class to grant reservation benefits. So if they want to get the reservation benefits, so it is the decision to be taken by Parliament. So these are very, very important facts. And next topic is, can dollarization save an economy or not? So what is this dollarization? So what will be the impact of this dollarization? Right? So all these things are very important. So if you see the context, it says that So recently elections done. And finally here, Javier Milei. Okay, Javier Milei, the self-confessed and an anarcho-capitalist, pledged in his campaigns to replace Argentina's currency. So he wants to replace this Argentina's currency, that is nothing but Argentina currency is peso to dollar. And why this decision is taken? To eliminate central bank and to slash government spending, to decrease government spending and to eliminate central bank. They said that we are going to replace currency peso with this dollars. So what is the meaning of dollarization? Dollarization can act as a solution to hyperinflation by breaking the feedback link between rising prices and rising money supply. Okay, so dollarization, which is acting as a solution for hyperinflation. So whenever there is a very high rate of inflation, that condition is called as hyperinflation. To come up with a solution to this hyperinflation, so here we are breaking the link between rising prices and as well as rising money supply. So because of this, whenever there is high supply of peso, yes, that is leading to the increasing of money supply in the market. That will lead to increasing of prices. So instead of peso, if you are using dollars, we can decrease the money supply in the market so that we can control inflation. So this is the idea behind that. So if domestic currency is replaced by dollars, here money supply can no longer be controlled by vested political interest who can increase spending for political ends. So we can decrease the money supply in the market. So the insistent rise of prices would be forced to moderate since consumers would no longer be able to access currency easily. So because of this, it will decrease the consumption demand. Suddenly, if there is a changing of currency peso to dollar, so the availability of dollar will be increased in the market because there is increasing of demand for the dollar. So if you want to go for consuming anything, you need money now. So now money is dollar, right? So because of this controlling of money in the market, so there will be also controlling of consumption. There will be also controlling of demand in the market. So in this way, dollarization can also have some positive effects on growth. So what are the positive effects? Since a small economy can only access dollars through foreign trade or capital inflows, it could incentivize the economy to focus on export successes and easing the conditions for foreign capital, and would be also more willing to invest in an economy with a stable currency. So if you are having a stable currency in the market, we can attract more investments. So whenever we are attracting more investments, that will lead to development of so and so economy. So even it will be incentivizing that economy. And we can also ensure that there will be the stable value of dollar. So whenever there is stable value of dollar, we can ensure economic agents like both foreign and as well as domestic would able to make long-term plans. So we can come up with the long-term plans regarding the economic activity. So if there is no stability in the money, so we can't go for long-term planning. And the experiences of some countries, they hold out promise for the project to dollarization. And 3 fully dollarized economies are, for example, we have Ecuador. So 3 fully dollarized economies are Ecuador, Panama and El Salvador. They have had successful economic outcomes. Okay, whenever they are going for dollarization, after this dollarization, they had a good real outcomes. So dollarization is not, however, the sole reason for the success, but even the success behind Ecuador is it is having good oil and as well as gas reserves. That's also, these are very important topics. And one more thing here is, so from first week of December, we are going to launch this prelims booster course. So if you want to join this course, so please contact me. And we are going to give you the daily base target. So based on that, daily test will be there. And from March onwards, you will be having the full length test of prelims. And the classes will be there. So live classes will be there. So in that live classes, 4 faculty will be dealing with those different subjects of your prelims. Okay, so if you want to get the schedule and if you want to join the class, so please call me or so please text me on this number on WhatsApp 8074765513. Okay, clear? And if you want to download the class notes, you can visit the channel, Telegram channel. So name of the Telegram channel is Rathod's IAS classes. Okay, that is Rathod's IAS classes. So this is a Telegram channel where we are posting the notes. So there you can download the notes. And this is our Rathod's IAS Academy YouTube channel. So please do subscribe to this channel. And here you can watch the playlist. So there are a number of playlists with important topics that had already been covered. So if you want, you can watch the videos if you can go to this playlist. And this is our Rathod's IAS Academy website. So here, what are the details you want? Like which are the courses that we are offering, syllabus, book list, downloads. So everything you can visit the website. So if you are first time visiting the website, you have to register with your email ID and later on you can log in. So after login, you can click on this course list, and if you want to watch the demo videos, you can click on play course so that the 3 demo videos will be opened for you and you can watch the demo videos. So after watching demo videos only, if you like the course, you can take the course. And this is daily mains answer writing course, and the new batch will be going to be started. So if you are facing problem of answer writing, content, focusing on structuring of answer, and if you are having problem of writing an essay or case study, so please do join that course. That is excellent and that will be very much beneficial. So on every Sunday, we are going to have this live class. Okay, there we are going to discuss how to write an essay, how to write case study, everything. So that class will be very much beneficial, okay, so that you can get more than 150 marks. So we are going to deal with GS based essays and as well as philosophical essays in that live class. So that will be interactive session. So it will be not like I am telling the class like I am doing here. So that will be interactive, and I will be taking inputs and I will be forcing on you to write an essay so that you will be writing an essay. Okay. So this course is absolutely beneficial. So try to join this course. And even if you want to join this course, you can pay in 2 installments. Okay. So you can call me on the number which is given in description box. So that's all. So by this I'm concluding. So I hope you really like this class, and if you like this class, hit the like button and don't forget to share this class to your friends, and please do subscribe to Rathod's IAS Academy. Thank you so much for watching.